Hi Tom, this is video from February 15th and it was a big breakthrough day. This video was taken before we did the drills and the breakthrough, and even though the angles and the focus are not great, a couple things we'll be able to notice here. You're making a turn to the right and you'll see this right foot actually start heading in that direction before the left foot does. So this separation in the tips of the skis with the right one heading into the turn first, this divergence reflects the turning action that's happening in the hips, or the rotation. And so we'll see this frame by frame. Right in there you'll be able to notice how that right ski is starting to move in that direction first, and we'll notice that it's not quite as bad as you come into your turn that's going to be to the left here. Not quite the same amount of rotation that we were seeing in this particular turn. But now we'll come back to the right turn and we'll notice that it gets very noticeable right in this part of the turn, and again that's showing that that hip was wanting to move in that direction and rotate. And we'll notice that back on this particular turn here, again we don't see, there's actually even a little bit of convergence right here, but you can see that the upper body is trying real hard to work its way in the direction of the turn. And the thing that we'll also notice is that there's this leaning in or banking that's going on, and that also is something that gets produced when the upper body is facing more in the direction of the turn rather than towards the outside of the turn, which is what we had been working on up to that point in time. And so basically you're seeing there banking that's happening because there is more rotation going on there. So that was really the issue that we were trying to work on and clean up as we went through our drills, and tried to make things a little bit cleaner. One of the things that we did was focused in right away on making sure that we were flexing those ankles and standing right on the balls of the feet, because you had that tendency to want to come back onto the heels and not really drive forward with the ankle. And there you're actually doing some better ankle action, still with a lot of knee that comes in and ends up putting you back on the tail. But that was one of our main things that we worked on, was getting that ankle flex in there. Here we're seeing from this side shot, which is pretty good, where we should be starting to see that ankle moving forward, and there you're really standing on the heel. I think you can probably see that right there. So that in and of itself made things much better for us. And you can also see, you can almost see there how this uphill hand was kind of back and inside from a little bit of rotation there. So the other thing that we worked very hard on, aside from getting onto the ball of the foot with that ankle flex, was making sure that we were getting that pinch where the leg bone connects in with the hip. There again we can see how that weight's on the heel and we're not flexing the ankle. So one thing I wanted to show you in terms of an exercise or drill is this little thing that we worked on, and that was taking your hand and putting it on that place right where the leg connects in with the hip, and we were trying to push inside, and I actually used my hand to push inside to make sure that she could feel that. And we combine that with this ankle flexing forward, so we're right on the ball of the foot there. And so we practiced flexing the ankle and pushing in, and that was flex that ankle right on the ball of the foot and take that hand and push that joint right where the leg and the hip connect. Take that and push it in. So it's flexing and pinching, flexing the ankle and pinching. And this was also the exercise we talked about that you could even do inside against a wall and looking in a mirror to make sure that you're getting everything to work together properly. We practiced this and you got very consistent and good with it. It made a major change in how you were skiing by the end of the class. And I think if we can get really good and consistent with this and you can practice it properly, it should be a pretty big turning point in the skiing. So good luck with that. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll be seeing you on the 1st of March. Alright, talk to you later, Tom.